Hi everybody, Christian here. This episode is starting off a little bit different, unfortunately, because after Vicki and I recorded this and it was getting ready to be published, the absolute worst news ever came out that we lost the absolute legend, icon, star, queen, pillar of everything that we should all strive to be, Dolly Parton. And, I've often talked on this podcast about how, even sometimes through silly drama and unexpected things, how Bravo really does create a community for us viewers. And there is no denying how special these communities can be and how special the community that Dolly Parton built, over her many, many years of a career that she had. And she built that community through many things, through music, through her story, through her philanthropic work. And even just quickly, I wanted to highlight some of the top things that she did, philanthropic wise. Of course, her imagination library, sending books to each kids monthly. They said there's over 200 million books that have been given away. Back in 2020, and the height of COVID, she donated $1 million to Vanderbilt University Medical Center for COVID-19 vaccine research. She raised over $12 million and gave $1,000 a month for 6 months to families in East Tennessee who lost their homes in the wildfires back in 2016. And similarly, in 2024, she contributed $1 million of her own money to Hurricane Helene victims. And, that is just an absolute dot in the universe of the multitude of wonderful, wonderful deeds that Dolly, did in her time on Earth. And that's not even mentioning just the legacy of music and art and storytelling and lessons that she is leaving behind with more people than we could ever imagine. And in a world where it's so easy to get divided and I hate this, you like this, I hate that, there's nobody, and I can say with confidence, that is going to be on the side of not liking Dolly Parton. And as I said earlier, there's no world I want to live in where Dolly's magic isn't sprinkled throughout it, on the daily. So the magic that she created while she was here, no doubt, undoubtedly will last forever. But no doubt that the world feels a little more gray without that teeny tiny little blonde pint-sized woman of just power and iconicness all trapped in there. So Dolly, what a real true friend, soulmate, and sister she was to the world, to all of us. And for that, we owe her everything, and hopefully we all take something from Dolly's life that she has said or talked about that we can strive to, to add to our own efforts and goals for ourselves. So, Dolly, love you, Queen. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to an all-new episode of My Friend, My Soulmate, My Podcast. It's yours truly, Christian Gray Snow, and every week with you is a good week. But listen, I'd be lying if I said that every other week when the OG is here, it's not just a little bit sweeter. So this week is a sweet one because she is back. Vicki, good to see you, my friend. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm here at the office, and it's, 7 o'clock, and I'll be here for another couple hours. So I'm trying to catch up from all my different excursions I did. Anyway, I'm doing good. I miss you. I haven't seen you in a while.
I know. I actually, someone asked me the other day, they're like, when's the last time you saw Vicki? And I said, probably a couple months. And then I thought, and I was like, oh. Summer, the 3 months of summer, it feels like just started.
It just went so fast. I know.
But it's been 6-7 months. I was like, we got to get on that. Got to fix that.
Gotta get on that.
We do. What did you do this weekend? Anything fun or exciting? Or did you finally rest?
No, I didn't rest. I'm in a purging moment of my house. So purging clothes, organizing the garage. One of my best friend's daughter lived with us almost the whole summer, her and her 2 kids. They're up Northern California, and she's from Southern California. So she said, can I stay there for a couple weeks? I'm like, sure. It was 2 months, but it was good. So she helped me organize stuff. And Saturday night we went to, this is interesting, we went to Yachtly. I think it's called Yachtly Crew. It's a incredible, if anybody can, in Orange County or wherever it's at, let me tell you exactly the name of it. It's not like Yachtly Mess or Yachtly Crew. I have to look up my calendar because I can't remember anything anymore. and you wear like a sailor hat, and it says captain, and it's really cute. It's all outdoor in Newport. And I ran into Michael's old girlfriend, and it was the love of his life. And so I'm like, oh my God, I miss you. I love you. She was the girl that actually I met when I did the keg stand in Colorado for the first time. And they were together
I
a long
thought you were
time.
talking about your exes, your Michael,
No.
your current. Oh,
No,
I was like,
my
that's
son.
what we get for talking about you running into Don.
know.
He goes,
I know. And so she's married now, happily married to a gentleman a little bit older, and they have a 5-year-old. And with the whole, we held hands the whole time. I'm like, why couldn't you be my daughter-in-law? But of all things, she sat literally next to me. There was probably 500 seats, and she goes, Vicki, I can't believe I'm next to you. I'm like, oh my God, this is so exciting. So that was fun. That was a serendipitous moment. Really fun. And real quick, Michael and I are going to Spain. We're going to go see my son, Michael. Too many Michaels. And then we go on a 2-week cruise with my sister, Lisa and Terry, and a bunch of their neighbors from Cary, Illinois. And booking the flights are a piece of work. So you know what became my new best friend?
what?
Points.me and ChatGPT.
I've heard about point. Yeah, I've heard of these. Okay.
So
About
if
points.me.
anybody uses a credit card for business or whatever, wherever, make sure you're getting points, right? So I have 500,000 points that I don't use. So I thought, oh, I'll be able to get a round trip, lickety split. Michael's also got points. I don't want to use my points for him. He's got his own points.
Yeah.
So it ended up where we each got 140,000 points we had to use for a one-way to Barcelona. And then coming back, it was costing like 600,000 points. No,
So
I couldn't believe it. 140,000 there, business class, lay down seats because I like to have my leg up. And I would have done coach if it came down to it, but I'm like, I think I'm going to keep looking into this. So points.me told me where to go, so what flight. So we were going to fly this Air Lingus. It's like a
that's the Irish airline, right? Yeah.
Mike's like, it's going to crash. I'm like, it's not going to crash. I just could have never heard of it. So that was instead of doing points, because we didn't have that many points, it was $9,000 for each of us one way. I said, we're not doing that. So
What? Why is it?
I held it for
on a
24
holiday
hours. I don't
weekend
know
or
what's going
something?
on
That's
in Europe.
crazy.
No, Europe is so expensive. So I had 24 hours to cancel it. I canceled it on the 23rd hour. And then I asked my new best friend, ChatGPT. So I got us lay down seats, both of us, for $3,000. No points because the points were too much. So we each paid $1,500. We're going to go from Malaga, Barcelona, LAX. So I made it work, and thank you, ChatGPT. Wherever you are, you're a miracle worker.
I love it. Well, did it end up putting you on the Aer Lingus one, or did it? Or
No,
how
we're
did that-
American Airlines. Ironically,
Okay.
American Airlines. So, but Mike's like, you are spending too much time on this. You're dropping nickels to scoot over pennies. I'm like, I don't know what that means, but okay. What is the phrase?
I don't
Dropping
know,
nickels
but
to
that many
pick up
miles is
pennies.
not pennies. I've never heard of any flight
like-
costing that many miles.
Because
That's crazy.
I was on the computer for 20 hours. I clocked it. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I was bound and determined not to do this. So I went into ChatGPT and I said, listen, Mr. Chat, we're having issues. I can't seem to get this flight booked for under $5,000. And so he came back with a whole plan. But I watched the show for a little bit and then I turned it off because I said, I don't look very nice. I don't feel like, oh, I can't talk about the show. Bravo's going to get mad at me. So anyways, I feel like I
in
wasn't
case you're
myself.
listening, y'all, if you
got
listen
yelled
to this
at.
pod, you know Vicki and I we don't like to go to the principal's office. We're good kids. We don't like to be in trouble. We do everything we can to not upset Bravo. But
I'm always
apparently
in trouble.
Something that was said was a little too much recently. So if you feel that we're pulling back even more, it is because we're trying to avoid keeping Vicki in trouble. It's
I don't know why everybody else gets to talk. Why does everybody else get to talk about the show, but I can't? I got yelled at.
That
I went
part,
to the
and we're
principal's
like, we
office.
already did every other week, so it's like even if you are saying something, it's not like we're accidentally spilling tea every week. And you, Vicki, I will say too, there are times where if you say something, I'm like, you know what, maybe that might be my episode next week. Like, let's not risk it. You know what I'm saying? I cut everything out, and we still get caught. So,
But
anyway.
I'm not talking about anybody else. I was talking about me. So
Yeah.
anyway, we're
Anyway,
going to leave that in
so
there.
exactly, that's not getting cut. But so you were saying you feel like you're mean and you turned it off. I find it interesting that you turned it off because you're like, oh, well, you didn't like, I guess, how you were coming across what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looking back, do you remember those moments that you were seeing? Is it all just like a blur where,
Well, I don't know if I could say this either, but I'm going to say it.
just say what you want and I'll edit how we need to.
Yeah,
And
I felt
we'll figure it out.
insecure this year because I hadn't filmed for 4 years, and I still feel like I didn't know my place in it. I felt a little bit handicapped, if that's the right word. But I think as the viewers keep watching, you'll see I kind of turn a corner. I hope. But I am so grateful and thankful that Bravo got me back. I just don't want to ruin it. Right?
Exactly. So that's why we're going to be on our best behavior. Well, let's talk about also, Ultimate Girls Trip. And you ladies are in Beverly Hills this week. The white party, Kyle's white party, which is
so beautiful.
I mean, it's the dream invite for any Bravo viewer, anybody that's ever loved Housewives. It's just like the ultimate event, And so it was awesome to see pretty much the whole episode dedicated to that. But I wanted to talk to you before we also hop into that. Let's hit on that side chat you had with our girl Kyle last week that you caused quite a stir on the internet when Kyle was upset about her 30-year anniversary from Mauricio. And
they got that so bad, but we did let people down. I let people down, and not just Kyle. That we were well, Kyle's better than me. She was married 30 years. I was married 18. And we have people looking up to us, and I really didn't feel like I was being disrespectful, but the internet thinks I was. It just came off wrong. And of course, I just say, we've got young people, newly married people. She's got 4 girls. Like, I let my family down by getting divorced. It's not just her. When you are married for a long time, 30 years, and one or the other wants to get out of the marriage, it is letting the family down. And I don't know why people don't like me saying that.
So I see what you're saying now. You're making it a we thing, not a you thing. Okay, gotcha.
I was in the conversation with her, but somehow it didn't get relayed that way. I said, I let my family down. I let Don down. We let that happen in our marriage, and it's too bad. That's why I kept encouraging it. Off camera, on camera for Kyle, like, hopefully this recovers. And it's hard when you separate like that and you move out and you physically take your stuff. It's like, how do we get back together again? And this is not even a Bravo thing. This is just her and I talking as friends. Like, I feel bad that her 4 girls don't have her parents together, but they get together and they do things, she said. And
I will say, to be separated, they seem to do probably the best job that parents could do. They really do. Like, they even just traveled this weekend or last weekend to move Portia into college.
Yeah. She's going to the same college Michael did.
I saw that when she posted where she was going. I was like, we need Kyle to go and recreate the beer scene where she shows up at a party.
Absolutely.
That'd be so funny. Another thing that was so funny, when y'all got to Kyle's house and Lisa went up to Mauricio and said happy anniversary on
because we've been talking about it all day. It's like, it's your anniversary.
And then you said we've been crying all day. I was like, oh, God. But I'm sure it just came out, but it was just so funny,
If she didn't say it, I was going to say it. It's like, get back home,
Oh my gosh. Talk to me too about going into that white party. I feel like it was almost more filled than BravoCon with Bravo celebrities, that you just running into people. There was people that you probably hadn't seen in years. Who were you genuinely most surprised or most excited to see that night?
Well, I didn't really have any relationship with a lot of those girls. So, meeting Erica, I think I met her once before. Beautiful. I mean, all those girls are just drop dead gorgeous. I mean, it's just everybody's so beautiful. They're like the beautiful tree just shook and they all landed down, So it just was really nice seeing everybody, that I hadn't really seen. I was kind of a fan of all of them. My girlfriend was there. I brought my girlfriend with me, Megan, and she was like, this is really real. Like, they're telling you to talk about that. And I'm like, no, they didn't. I'm doing this all on my own. So it was interesting to bring a friend that has never seen a filming before. She just sat there and was like, oh my God, this is so fun. So when
As you
people
said to
go,
Alexis Molino, welcome to my world. You showed
welcome to my
it.
world.
Let her step on in. Yes.
Speaking of, she invited me to the new Fletcher restaurant Saturday night. Is it a Saturday, Friday night? With John, Mike and I had to go with John and her, but
Nice.
we were already busy. But I was like, I don't think we can. But
Yeah.
she's so happy. She's so happily married, and what's the chance of that happening, right?
And honestly,
Happy for her.
Alexis gives she's not mean or nasty to anyone. Like she's really just good vibes. She is like even when she did our episode, she
Right.
literally just was so bright and like nice
I
and
love
sweet.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing you can say bad about her. I mean, she's just a good human. Yeah.
Did you have a chance to see or speak with Teddy while you were there?
We said hello. We're fine. She looks beautiful as well. It was nice seeing her. It really was.
Good.
She's doing great.
Good, good,
I'm
good.
proud of her. She's
So
been through
we're
that
two for
cancer
two
journey.
on. Yeah, we're 2 for 2 on seeing.
I'm like,
We saw each
I'm
other
like,
at
check
Bravo.
the box, check the box off, check the box off. Okay, who else doesn't like me? I gotta figure out who else doesn't like me. I gotta figure out how to say I'm sorry, and let's move on.
Can we please hug it out and keep it going? Yeah.
My
Speaking
God.
of hug it out, that's what you and Miss Luann had to do. There's been a little tension between y'all in the episodes leading up to this point. What is it about Luann and the singing that annoys you? Is it just that I don't know.
I appreciate that she's all the man I've loved before. I'm like, step it up a little bit higher pitch. But it's fun to bag on her. She bags on me that I work so much. I'm like, okay, you're working singing and I'm working on my computer. So what is wrong? And she finally got it. And I said, I have a lot of pressure. I'm gone for 2 weeks out of my office. I'm not going to let, the communication stop. And if I'm in a car or in an airplane, I'm going to catch up on my emails. I get about 100 a day, and I'm not going to go to sleep with 100 in my inbox. So
Not happening?
I work my emails very strategically. As I've mentioned before, when they go in my inbox, I answer them, I delete them, I block them, or I put them to a folder, or I assign them to somebody. So that's the way I'm efficient. That's the way nothing gets left undone. So if they don't understand, then you know what, whatever, right?
It is what it is, and y'all can still agree to disagree. How about that?
I mean, I went to an Outlook class. That's how they taught us. So I'm going to keep listening to them.
You went to an
Just like
Outlook-
ChatGPT. I
Where
did.
did you go
It
to
was
an
a
Outlook
5-day
class?
class through my company, one of my companies. It was a 5-day class, half a day each day. Because I don't think people know how to use Outlook. Make folders, make a delete, Outlook is very good when you follow the rules.
Yeah, I'm sitting here giggling at you because I just you can't not giggle at anything with being work related with Vicki. She's always on it. But then after my giggle, I said, you know what? I probably could have benefited from that. There's probably so many little tips and tricks and just
well,
little
you can
things
go to
that you don't know,
ChatGPT and say how can I make my Outlook or whatever they use, Gmail, efficient, and boom, they're going to come out with exactly what I just said. ChatGPT is my new friend. I love ChatGPT.
I'm dead. I love it. I love it. Well, let's talk too about when you're watching this week's episode. Does it make you feel any type of way, or you're just able to be like, whatever? When they call you like the wet blanket and stuff, like Giselle and them were saying, we're on a consensus that Vicky's the wet blanket, but you knew that at that time you were having to kind of explain your intentions with working and stuff. So I don't know, were you surprised to hear that or not?
Yeah, they're not paying me. Giselle isn't paying me. None of the ladies are paying me. I got to create my own paycheck. I'm in sales. So if I'm not working, I'm not getting paid. And then I can't pay my staff. Then I can't pay the overhead. So I am on all the time, regardless if I'm working with Bravo or not. In the downtimes, I'm working. I'm absolutely working. In the car, in an airplane, in a bus, in a scooter, wherever it is, I'm staying current with my emails. Because my emails is everything comes to me, and then I assign it to all my staff. So if I failed, then my staff has nothing to do. See?
Do you think that if they would grant you the space that you feel you need to do your emails and stuff, they wouldn't feel that you're being a wet blanket? Because then you would feel like, okay, I'm done with what I need to do now. I can have fun.
Right. But when you're in a car for 3 hours, I'm getting my computer out or in a bus for an hour. I'm getting my computer out or my phone.
Got you.
And you know what? Some of the stuff they're talking about, they're wet blankets. Sorry.
Like what?
Bravo. I mean, well, just stuff that doesn't make sense. Like, why are we talking about that? Whatever it may be.
Okay,
No,
yeah, I got
I'm
you.
just saying non-important stuff. They just like to talk. All of them like to talk.
I will say it is funny. Like
I asked if they could play the quiet game. They don't know the quiet game.
You were just dying for a moment of peace on this trip, weren't you? And you're like, we're 3 days in. Like, if we don't grant each other peace now, we're all going to end up killing each other. You know?
Oh my God, I know.
Oh, gosh.
Well, none of them answer their emails. It's crazy. Like, do you guys not get emails and do you not work when you're on the road? I guess they don't.
I guess not. You know.
But all the friends I loved before, all the men is what she says. All the men I've loved before.
I loved your version of Chic C'est La Vie too. Chic C'est La Vie, and you were like,
I know. Baba. And Teresa did it too.
Incredible.
Gotta have fun. You just gotta laugh and have fun. Make fun of me. I don't care. Let's do it.
No, listen, and that's what this is all about. Is in that moment though, with what as listen, I always try and bring it back to being a longtime viewer.
Yeah.
Is like watching you and Lou sit down. I was like, this is what being an OG is. It's like, you know what? Sitting down at that moment, I'm going to be confronted with something that either I said or did that she found offensive or I should have done differently. But you sit down and you're willing to hear it out. And you're willing to share your opinion too. And then you move on and you laugh about it. Y'all, and that if you can laugh about it, you take back the power, most of the power, of people being able to bully you with it or talk crap about it. You know, just take ownership.
I don't like mean people. I might have been mean sometimes, though. But now we're talking about Bravo again, and they're going to get mad at me.
She's not trying to be mean, and she's not trying to get in trouble. Those are the 2 points we're trying to make from this episode.
I don't know why I can't talk about Bravo and how they're being mean to me.
Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of Beverly Hills, before we wrap up, it looks like Kyle has kicked off a new season of filming Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alongside several of the other ladies. They were all spotted in Africa, in Ghana, filming for Bose's wedding.
Yes.
But Tracy Tudor also announced she is switching franchises. The $1 Million Listing came to a little pause. She's now moving over to Beverly Hills. Wanted to ask you, do you know Tracy? Have you met Tracy?
I've met her at my hair salon. Shout out to Ty Alexander Salon in Newport. And she was there, and she's like, hi, you don't know me. I know you. I'm like, I don't know who you are because I don't watch that show. So she's beautiful. I just said, okay, you're super skinny and you're super beautiful. But beyond that, I don't know her. But congratulations. Okay. Kudos to Tracy Tudor.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's always a good sign for Bravo to have the faith in you to switch franchises. That's big.
Right.
And she's definitely bringing that Beverly Hills stereotype that we want of cast members, which I'm talking about the money. Apparently, she is loaded. I think I read that her dad was also loaded. Somebody said her dad was a billionaire. I don't know if they were being
for God's
sarcastic.
sake, the rich keep getting richer.
I'm Googling it really quick. Tracy Tudor. Ronald founded he founded a real estate development company in 1949. So, looks like he's good. Yeah, okay, good for her. Speaking of, things playing out on camera, we're going to go back to our little family van moment of the week where we each share just something that just really grinded our gears this week. And I'm going to let you go first, Vicki. What was your little family van moment of the week?
I've had a good week of annoying. The only thing that's really annoying me is my knee. So if somebody could put some sprinkle powder on it and just make it. But sitting here right now, I'm in so much pain. I can't even tell you. I got a 1 to 10 is probably a 9.5.444. Like it's painful. And I'm not even doing anything. So I want to start doing Pilates again and start being active, and I can't do anything. Oh, this is cute. I just got a message from Lisa Barlow. We're called the RHUGT Queens. And everybody gives each other a little positive thing today. So they're all so sweet.
How sweet. I love that, even no matter what drama or anything we see that plays out between the next few weeks on these episodes, it's very evident that, and I've seen other people say it too, when y'all did your press, when you had your press week, it's so evident there's such a unique bond and
we have a really nice bond. It's really, for sure. And we didn't know each other, so, but can I say that? I don't know what I can say.
Can you even say your name at this point? Who knows? You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
It's so scary. Anyway, Bravo, I'm sorry if I said anything I shouldn't have said.
Exactly. She's trying her best. Please be nice to us. Let's see. Speaking of being nice, you know who I am not going to write a very nice letter to, and I need to not for forget to send it in. My family van moment of the week goes to American Airlines because let me tell you what. There's a difference in a delay, and there's a difference in holding people on a damn tarmac hostage. Because flying back from Tampa this week, shout out to Tampa Bay Fashion Experience, literally the most fun event ever. We were literally, Vicki, we were taking off. Like, we were like next in line to take off. And Charlotte, where we were flying to, did a ground stop because of the storm. So any flight that was coming in could not come. They did it for 30 minutes, and I was like, this is not going to be 30 minutes. So we sat there for 30 minutes, and they come back. They said they're doing it for another hour. And so the pilot tried to get us back and let us get off the plane. We all deplaned, and when we get to the little, at the top, they wouldn't let us off the gate. They wouldn't let us in the airport. They said, no, the pilot shouldn't have let you off. They made us go back on the plane. They ended up extending it. We sat on the tarmac for almost 5 hours.
Shit.
And
did you get a free coupon?
I haven't gotten anything yet. All I got was 2 things of Biscoff cookies. I will say the flight attendant did give me like 3 cocktails, but however, we couldn't even put ice in them.
Did you go into customer service and say, I was inconvenienced, I missed a business, blah, blah, blah. You got to do that.
I'm going to, yes. I've drafted a little bit of it up. Let's just say that, but I've got to get it right because, even looking back on it too, and look, I will say I'm thankful I was able to keep it under control because the old me, baby, would have had.
Well, it's not. I mean, I'm sure everybody was pissed off, but you can't blame the system. It's a system.
Of course.
So,
of course.
Thank God you're safe, and systems.
Exactly.
But
it was just, I felt so bad. The people next to me, Vicki, were celebrating their 50-year wedding anniversary. It was their first time overseas. That her husband had booked and planned a whole trip to Rome for them, and they missed their connection in Charlotte. So while we're sitting there on the runway, I'm looking up different flight options for them and trying to, because they were struggling with what to do. And I was like, when you get to the agent, you tell them this flight number. And if that doesn't work, you tell them this flight number.
Nice
just trying to help, So, but American Airlines, just let people back off the damn plane and let them back in the airport where at least they can have a cocktail while they wait. But 5 hours just sitting there. Absolute torture. Yes.
I don't like that.
Oh, I don't either. But
did you charge your ticket on American Express? Because if it's more than an hour or 2, I think they compensate you with a free ticket or something.
So the thing was that
credit card will reimburse
the event paid for my ticket. So
Okay.
I don't even know what it was, but it was still just, I've never, it was crazy. I don't know.
Sorry.
Let's just hope. But again, like you said, we got here safe, and that's all that matters. Mm-hmm. And I have never slept better than when I finally got to my bed that night. Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, as we always do, we're going to send you into your week with the friendship quote. And this week it's from Judith Viorst. I think that's how we say your last name, Judith. It says, close friends contribute to our personal growth. They contribute to our personal pleasure. They make the music sound sweeter, the wine taste richer, and they make the laughter ring louder because they are there. So love that. And I think that speaks to this really new, unique bond that you have with the Ultimate Girls Trip ladies, and something very special. And I'm glad we get to watch it play out every week.
Thank you.
Even if we can't talk about it, because Bravo's going to get mad at us.